In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace this front side bumper end on this Chevy Silverado. Let's get into it. I'm going to remove the front part of the inner fender well. Just take these push pins out. You can use a trim tool. You can pull the wheel off if you want to, but you don't have to. Just move it to the side. You can use a push pin clip remover tool or even a trim tool. Take those out and take this bolt out. Use a 10mm socket. You can pull this back. Just to make it easier, I'm going to pull this bolt out as well. Use a 7mm socket. And you can pull this back a little more. You want to access the bolt right here. Using a 10mm ratchet wrench, I'm going to take the 10mm bolt, just loosen it up. You can take it out completely if you want to, but the headlight is slotted, so you don't necessarily have to. You can just loosen it up. That's fine like that. Remove this cover. There's some push pins. Just use a trim tool, pull the push pins out. Oops. And pull the cover off. And take these screws out. Use a 10mm socket. Now we need to disconnect these clips right here. Just use some needle nose pliers, and you just want to squeeze those as you pull the front of the grill. Just pull the grill forward, separating those. And there's one down below right there as well, so you have to unhook those. Same on the other side. You can also use a trim tool. Just try to pry those out. And just slide it out. Now take these two bolts out, use a 10mm socket. And grab the headlight assembly and slide it out. Need to push it down a little bit. tip it forward, and it comes right out. Disconnect the connector, just push down on the tab, and it slides right out. Remove this panel right here. You're going to use some trim tools. Just pop these push pins out. They're all under here. And there's some on the side. And pop those out. And the other side, pop that out. Now that's separated from the vehicle. That's going to stay attached to the bumper. And disconnect the connector right here for the fog light. Using a 15mm socket, take this bolt out. You want to do the same on the other side. Just a reminder, these are loose from taking the headlight out. You take the bolt out there, and this is taken out of there, so make sure you keep that in. Now we're going to take these bolts out. Use a 21mm socket. There's one on each side. Now you can just pull this out of the way a little bit so it doesn't get caught. And then just grab the bumper and slide it straight forward, and it comes right out. We're going to take this trim piece off, use a prying tool or a trim tool. Just get underneath, there's some push pins holding it on. Pop that up. Then just grab this piece and you just slide it back, and there it is. Now we're going to push the fog light out. I'm going to use some needle nose pliers, and there's two little tabs on each one of these. You just got to push on those tabs. And there's 3 of these. And while I'm pushing these, I'm pulling it from the front side. Squeeze those. You can always push it this way too, once those are started. Just push that out. Oh, this one. We'll take these 2 screws out, use a 10mm socket. Take that bracket off. Take these 2 screws out, use a 10mm socket. And there's 3 screws on the side here, use a 10mm socket. These 2 screws right here, same 10mm socket. There's a couple of push pins that go straight in there. If you use a prying tool or a trim tool, just get underneath here. Just want to pry it out. And it just slides right out. Now you need to take these J-nuts off. You can just take a screwdriver, just get underneath here, just slide it off. That comes off, and then you're going to want to install these on the new one, and they're right there in those locations and under here. And they just slide on and lock in place. These push pins, you want to transfer those over or get new ones. They just slide down, or you can transfer them over and just push those in place. Now slide it in place, just line it up. Give a little tap. That's all the way on. Now get all the bolts started. Put this bracket on, get those two bolts started. And this bottom bolt, get that started. Now we can go back and tighten all those down. Hold on, 3 more. Take this trim piece. There's a little tab right here that has to line up with that slot. So line that up, push that on, and then line all the holes up with the push pins and push them in place. Now take the fog light, line it up. If all the pins are lined up, then just push it on, lock them in place. That's good. You can do the same on the other side. And this bolt as well. Now we're going to slide the bumper in place. Get it lined up. Make sure you pull the shield up. And if you have tow hooks, you got to push it over the tow hooks. And put these bolts in, get these started. I'm not going to tighten these down yet, but you just want to get them started so the bumper doesn't fall. Tighten those down later. Get these bolts started on both sides. Now tighten these up. Snug those down on both sides. And plug in the fog light. Lock it down. Do the same on the other side. Tighten these bolts down. Snug them down first. Now I'm going to torque these two bolts to 118 foot-pounds. And line this shield up. And push the push pins in. Get those lined up. Just push it down. 3 in the middle. And the 2 on the ends. And push it in. Now connect the connector. Just line that up and lock it down. Take the headlight. You want to start the bottom and just push down a little bit. You can roll the top in. There's a couple pins that are on the back side there that line up with holes. Just line those pins up. And get the 2 bolts started up top. And snug these down. Do the same on the other side. Now line the grill up. Get all the push pins lined up. And push it on. I'll put the screws in up top. And tighten these down. And line the air deflector up. Take the push pins, get them all started. And push them down. Lock them in place. Oh, one more. And take the 10mm ratchet wrench and we'll just snug this bolt down. Just snug, that's good. Now put these screws in, get that started. I'll get this one started as well. And before I tighten these up, I'm just gonna put the push pins in and line these up. Get those started. Push those down. Now we can tighten these down. And snug those down. Now we're going to get the vehicle ready to aim the headlights. Start with the tire pressure, making sure all 4 tires are set at the appropriate pressure. Remove any excessive weight that's not normally in the vehicle. Find a wall that you can drive up to where the ground is level. Measure 25 feet away from that wall and mark the ground. Drive your vehicle up to that mark. With the headlights off, look for the center dot in the headlight lens. Measure from the ground to that center dot. You can use a ruler to help you out. Transferring that measurement to the wall, making a mark with some tape. On the driver's side, measure down 4 inches, putting another piece of tape. For the passenger side, you only need to measure down 2 inches. Now turning the headlights on, it is easier to do this at night or in a dark area. Locating your headlight adjuster and using a Phillips head screwdriver, turn your adjuster one way or another to bring the headlight up or down. Once the headlight is adjusted to the tape mark on the wall, move on to the next headlight. If you're confused because the beams seem to blend together, you can always have someone stand in front of the other headlight while you make your adjustments for that one. Now your headlights are aligned and you're all set to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.